Okay, this is going to be something. DD.MM.YYYY back again with Digimon Story Time Stranger. And yeah, several things. I'm going over there immediately because, yeah, I did some things. And I was barely doing anything during this. So one can pretty much guess what happened. I mean, one can already see it. But that's only partially. I forgot about this one, oops. Oh yeah, I am pretty much outside. I think I had been over there before. But yeah, I did way more than I pretty much should be doing. Because yeah, even on level 1, I maxed out, okay, next to everything. I pretty much maxed out HP, SP, attack, and spirit to maximum. And I also got all of them level 3 spells and also attack attachment. But yeah, in regards of that, pretty much I am already max even before all that, so wouldn't it actually be that it is... Also wait a second, in the background, it's just not doing it there. I'll have it there. I hope it's actually doing stuff. Yeah, if I'm already on max and I'm putting some additional on, would that be actually counterproductive? Apparently I've researched a bit and there have been some notions in regard of that, and apparently, which may be the reason for all the blue values in here, it can be additionaled, and it could be potentially, yeah, if I have blue also at max, which won't be happening anytime soon at least, yeah, it may be going to pretty much twice the amount since it adds. I'm assuming that's the case because apparently, at least with the attachment, that pretty much means, yeah, it goes on top. So I'm not really sure if I had that maxed by itself and additionally have attachment. That would pretty much mean with them 600 plus, so it would be 20,600. Let's just round it up at least. That would potentially mean, yeah, it could be going there, potentially, if it is that. It may be potentially also meaning that that is also the reason why on New Game Plus for Mega and Mega Plus, that is a requirement. So, on that case, yeah. And in regards of everything, in terms of healing, yeah, I did something as well since, yeah, I especially raised Spirit to maximum, because not only is it to lower magical damage on me, so pretty much that's a magical defense, but it is also more there for healing. And since I have most of the healing stuff on me, like X-Aura, so that I can heal, potentially it may be powerful enough to heal the entire party full. Whoops, wrong one. X-Revive, just in case. I was actually thinking about... Oh, god damn it. I was actually thinking on doing something else in regards of that, but... yeah, and X heal just in case, because that's what I had before. And yeah. Yeah, I wasn't done yet because I also digivolved all of them to Mega. Pretty much one thing that I had to do with the both of them is, first of all, for back then Metal Greymon, because it needed some stats being raised before, for fuck's sake, before it was able to digivolve at all. It was the only one that couldn't, because they were already done. And yeah, pretty much otherwise, yeah. it also was something in regards of everything. Each training session with them took pretty much 45 minutes, and here pretty much would be taking twice as long for those. For fuck's sake. And yeah, I also brought all level 3s for them as well, and I put the physical attachment onto them. Pretty much a level 1 for those that already have high attack stats and whatnot, and pretty much defense even. But even here with some additionals in the blue department, it was still, yeah, quite lacking. Yeah, I'm pretty much sighing over in here because for whatever reason, I'm not really sure if there is something going on in the back there or if something has been closed somewhere. It may be an assumption that that may be that, because seriously, it is just not doing that. Maybe I can do it that way? Maybe it's another issue in terms of which way to connect to. Yeah, Steam Deck is being bitchy over in here. Also, shut the fuck up, Tear of Grace. I'm going over and I hope you pretty much remain on after the 4 hours. Yeah, either way. Okay, it actually worked with the other connection. I'm not really sure why it's doing it that way. I can potentially guess it is going to disconnect sooner or later again. So yeah, pretty much all of this has been done as well. And just in case, I made Black Wargreymon his personality reckless, and Metal Garurumon's personality friendly. That took a bit as well, and those pretty much took about half an hour each, multiple times even, because yeah. Also in regards of things, I was also fiddling around with things over in here. Do I even have it anywhere? No, it should be there. Yeah, pretty much here. Actually, in terms of the sauna set, I was supposed to have A beforehand, but for whatever reason I thought I can just pretty much delete that because I have the better one, forgetting that pretty much the lower level ones are the ones responsible for shifting personality. For fuck's sake over in here. Also in regards of that, I tried on, yeah, I got everything except the sauna A, and for that I need level 1 healing. But actually in regards of that, yeah, capsule 1, I need that about 10 times, but it's nowhere buyable in here. I have progressed too far, and on how to get it would be potentially either somewhere within Akihabara. I don't even know the pronunciation, but pretty much over in a human world, either in the current one, or I need to go further in the story to the point where I am able to travel back and forth through time. Because I've already said that is going to happen sooner or later. And yeah, I'm not really sure when it's going to happen. But until that, I pretty much need to have that happen. Until that, it's just me continuing. So yeah, since I have everything... Oh, wait a second. Actually, pause for a second. We can potentially go elsewhere. Cannot currently be in... Oh, fuck off. Okay, I need to continue then. I connected this gate to the place where Chronomon is. However, a time-space distortion has already arisen. Also, in regards of stuff I just remembered, I could have still gone over there because even if it says I couldn't, I was able to go back and forth through the digital world because I went there to get all of the high level ones. If I wouldn't have been able to, I would have been stuck with potentially Dorugoras on still level 1, but on their default settings, default stats, with a little bit from what I got from inheriting, as well as the blue numbers. So yeah, in regards of that, I could have still gone over there, but I would be potentially saying, I don't think I would be even able to go and do stuff there. So yeah, still, I have tried to eliminate any possible side effects, but it may take some time before you emerge on the other side. Please, if anyone can stop Chronomon, it is you. Enter the key. The gate! Why do I say key? I just remembered something else as well. Well, fuck's sake.
Inori, where the heck did you go? I've gone back over and over and over. I can't find a future where you save you. It's like the gods have made up their minds about you disappearing. How many more times do I have to go back before I can see your smile again? No matter how many times I fail. I made you a promise, didn't I? A promise to protect you. Inori. 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 Inori.
There was one more Inori over there. Also, I think it was overlapping because in Japanese it was shorter, and because it was longer in English, it pretty much overlapped because everything was timed. God damn it. Also, we're here again? Yeah, it turned active. Forgot about that.
Look out!
Thanks.
It's been a while.
Hello?
I'm sure you've realized by now. Realized you aren't a normal human being. The one who created you must be quite satisfied. You've done well to fulfill your role thus far. To honor your achievements, allow me to tell you who you are. Since Digimon disappeared, you've been mistaken for the Great Guardian. I'm sure you can understand why. Your creator is the higher being that was challenged by Chronomon to a battle. This higher being's name is homeostasis. Chronomon's plan has disrupted the equilibrium between worlds and threatened their very existence. You were given a role to eliminate anyone who upsets natural law. The higher being chose a certain existence to act as a base when giving you life. That being was Digimon, or the Dark Shadow. Digimon had been scattered across countless timelines after traveling through time again and again. Your existence is based on the Dark Shadow in one of those timelines. There is a clear reason why that method was used. The higher being has a strong aversion to directly and excessively intervening in the world it watches over. To minimize its influence, it chose to take advantage of these dark shadows. What the higher being hoped for was a sort of self-purifying effect on the world. Digimon, who lost someone important to him and who was driven by pain, disrupted the laws of time. And thus, the higher being tasked him with righting his own wrongs. It took an instance of a dark shadow from one of these timelines and crafted him into your form. Adamus, your personality, your memories, were all prepared for you to help you fulfill your mission efficiently. That goes for me as well. I only exist in your head. You are the agent in charge of maintaining the world's equilibrium. When establishing your character, we used some of the memories of the Dark Shadow. It was the wish of the Dark Shadow for us to do so. The Dark Shadow's wish. In other words, it was Digimomon's wish. Digimon wanted to reunite Inori Misono with her little brother. He tried to accomplish that by taking her brother's place. Inori's little brother was a big fan of a certain character. He often liked to pretend he was that character. Your appearance, your memories, they were created, in part, from the memories of Inori's little brother. The reason you're being mistaken for Digimon is because you were originally born from him. As the time of integration approached, your form was naturally returning to that of Digimon's. Chronomon gave birth to Digimon. Digimon gave birth to countless dark shadows. And you were created from one of those dark shadows. Like the cycle of time, equilibrium is maintained when all things are connected. Yes, all things in this world are nothing but gears of time. However, that in itself is no cause for dismay. What should cause alarm is when those gears go awry, stopping the proper flow of time. That is exactly what happened to those dark shadows, to Digimon. When time moves forward and we can progress onward, we can choose our future. That is where all our hopes lie.
And while all of that is happening, I am having technical difficulties in the background, not the foreground. So apparently, in regards of me having difficulty with timelines over in here, that would potentially make sense. Because it may have been one of thingamajiggy Digimon's timelines. So that is actually something. No, wait a second. That makes other questions appear, because we had been helping out with Inori in regards of Digimon, because nobody else was pretty much anywhere in regards of stuff. So yeah, we were pretty much responsible for getting the both of them together. Unless in the actual first version, they pretty much got together normally as if I hadn't existed. So in that case, Digimon, even all the way back then as Alagmon, was able to pretty much handle everything by himself through his human connection with Inori. And pretty much from then on, it pretty much got into a time loop, since pretty much after the 8-year part, which was still the portion where we got, where we were still together, or pretty much where they were still together, the anime came. And on that part, potentially he, pretty much through one of the timelines, he put us into existence in terms of he pretty much noticed that he couldn't do stuff by himself. In that case, he pretty much needed a second him that is capable of stuff and is potentially also able to aid him in his current quest on getting Inori back. So pretty much in that case, it is almost like, it's also something that I'm potentially going back to later down the line. Like in Vampire's Dawn, pretty much there is the main vampire. Anyone that he bites and turns into vampires is pretty much one of the second generation. Pretty much the original, pretty much. Yeah, the head honcho is the first generation, then second generation. Second generation creates the third and fourth. Pretty much on that one, lower generation pretty much are weaker than the above one, and pretty much have like pretty much stuff like burn through sunlight and whatnot, and the garlic nonsense and whatnot. But higher level ones, pretty much that's pretty much nothing. Like, they can pretty much, very high level ones, because level 1 pretty much can be pretty much be mistaken as just a normal human being with potentially great human feats. Especially on that case, that human vampire was actually a soldier, or pretty much turned himself into a soldier, got himself into a following and everything, and that pretty much got over there. And in terms of everything else over in here, for all the 3 games over there, it pretty much got into, I think Werner, which generation was he? It was, 3rd generation, I would be saying? I'm guessing. Either that or actually 4th wouldn't be that, because 4th would be the one with the whoops, the sunlight stuff and whatnot. So in that regard, yeah, we were able to pretty much get all the way up in terms of defeating all the higher level ones, and yeah, pretty much that's also where everything else came in and whatnot. So, yeah, with here, apparently it is going to be something similar, where pretty much a fraction of Agiamon, which is pretty much a fraction of Chronomon. I'm not sure, or pretty much the other higher being or whatnot. Pretty much we turned into something that can actually do something with everything else. Pretty much we are pretty much the Velna in Digimon Story Time Stranger. And pretty much we're going to, yes, also since we are the main character, we are going to have the upper hand. So yeah, I would like to see more.
I see. So that's how it is, huh? I get it now. A me that lost it from losing Inori turned the world all crazy, huh? That's the truth behind the Shinjuku Inferno. All of that happened because I have the power to alter time. Me going back in time prevented time from moving forward. The world's time just stopped. I probably never should have used this power of mine.
Wait. Pause for a second. Because if that happened because of him? Wait a second. Had that already happened in the first timeline? If no, how would it then have happened? I do not know.
You came to help me, didn't you? You came to encourage me, to tell me to move forward and restart the flow of time. But is that really what you want?
I would be actually saying getting towards the better end in terms of, yeah, hindsight is 2020, and I originally saw that one as a term that came after COVID, so pretty much I thought it's in combination with COVID in terms of like hindsight is 2020, not 2020 where COVID happened, in terms of stuff that is including everything with that. So yeah, it is actually in terms of just hindsight in general, and pretty much eyesight 20 is, I think, bad. Or pretty much, I'm not really sure, or maybe it's actually the opposite, like it's actually good. I don't fucking know. Pretty much the point is, if one knows what is going to happen, like bad stuff is going to happen, and one has the ability to go back in time, one can pretty much go back enough, or to pretty much a bit more further towards the goal, so that one has the ability to make that bad thing not happen. And I would be potentially saying that is what had been happening, which is pretty much like, yeah, everything. Especially since apparently it should have been obvious over in here, like from a certain point onwards, maybe he would be like, looking around and whatnot, and not and pretty much being on his guard, as if certain things would be then happening that would not have happened since we were there. But since it had apparently still happened in here, that would potentially mean he either forgot because of everything else in here, like pretty much forgot because of all the good times he had beforehand, and that would then result in him pretty much losing his guard. And when it comes over to everything being like the end situation where Inori is being kidnapped through time and whatnot, or whatever, that would then pretty much mean, yeah, you messed up in terms of not paying attention, in terms of, since you know what was going to happen. Also, in regards of that, if it had already happened before, it would be then only happening over and over again, so pretty much all the Inoris would be then lost, and the original one is already lost. And before we are going forward in time and we're getting all the Inoris, quote unquote, back. I'm not even sure if it's going to go there, but...
If I move forward and stop trying to repeat time, the dark shadows will disappear. That probably means you'll cease to exist, too.
But do you suppose I exist in this form? Why do you suppose I exist in this form? What is this? What is this sentence? Don't you have someone you want to see again? That's the reason for everything that's happened so far. I would be potentially saying that makes sense.
Okay. I'm sorry, but... Thank you.
I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. I need you to lend me, Jupitermon, your strength. Let us take down Chronomon and move forward. Forward, into the future!
What a truly divine sight. I still remember your warmth when you were just an egg. Being able to see you in this form
has made it all worth it. Chronomon is linked to that weapon the humans made. So it is trying to destroy the world's very foundation, time itself. And when he, the Keeper of Time, disappears, his goal will be complete. So, in a sense, defeat is in fact what Chronomon truly seeks.
I think I understand a little of how Chronomon feels. I felt the same way when I lost Inori. I couldn't care less what happened to a world without Inori. That's what most likely caused the Shinjuku Inferno. But I can say this now. I was wrong. Yet there was someone encouraging me. That bond finally made me realize I can't just keep living in the past. I have to choose the future. So let us defeat Chronomon and move forward! This city where Inori was born and raised. I do not wish to harm it more. Let us go elsewhere.
I am Great Novaborn!
I have created this space by using the collision of opposing forces. The sun and the moon. I will give it my all to keep Chronomon trapped in this space. In the meantime, I'm counting on you. Finish this!
What do you mean there's already final boss time? Well, that's quite something. There we go. This is literally half. I don't have anything else.
It is time.
Deal Thunder!
So yeah, I would be potentially saying it's also level 99.
It is time. Coronos Defy!
Stay vigilant, Jupitermon. Both you and Chronomon possess the ability to manipulate time. If two such powers were to clash, it would bring upon severe distortions, and we have no idea what that would bring about.
What? Hey! Is that?
Where is everyone?
Inori, she's inside! Inori! What?
I think that caused a time distortion.
You too as well?
I wonder what happened. We're back to being separated? Is this a dream? I wonder what happened.
The space we created was transformed by space-time distortions. And I believe that human lying over there is also somehow related to all of this.
Inori! Inori! I'm so glad you're okay.
What happened to me? I was falling into a hole and couldn't grab your hand. After that, it felt like I was dreaming for quite a while. And now, I'm here.
Could it be we pulled out that whole entire moment? The moment you disappeared?
In order to save her, it would seem he forced an expansion of the space-time disturbance. How do I say this? I think he interfered with the loss of time.
Look at this place. Do you think we can still return to the previous world from here?
We don't even know if the previous world even exists anymore. Or even the digital world, for that matter. That's what happens when space-time is distorted. Maybe if us two, who have the power of time, fight, the world inevitably turns out like this. This is exactly what Chronomon was hoping for. But don't worry. I'll do something about all of this in the end. I thought I saw something burst out when we pulled Inori in before. This must be what it was. It's so warm. I can hear Inori's voice. Inori's memories. What she felt when she was trapped. They're flowing into me. This must be all the times she called out to me. All those feelings she had took on a physical form? Is that what happens when time and space warp?
Holy light data fragment. Okay, I can use something to pretty much further Digimon.
I can feel it. Chronomon is right over there. That means the Akashic Records must be just beyond.
Final battle already? What? Okay, first of all, I need to deal with stuff. Wrong button. There we go. The Holy recovers SP equal to 5% of magical damage taken. Well, that's something. Apparently I need to lower the SP then. Okay, this is something terrible over in here because why am I even getting that? That is absolutely terrible. I mean, seriously, this is question mark entirely. I am not getting anything in regards of stats for attack, which this one is apparently for. If it would have been magic, then I could have actually done something, but apparently no. What was the other one that I actually had? Pretty much. God. Wait a second. I could be still having that since... that one doesn't matter much. Crit would be potentially something, but I'm still not sure on that. Also, in regards of that, it's still not much for that. So yeah, not much useful. So actually, was that he? The three hosts have something they'd like to convey to you. Please come to the VIP room in the What? Message from the host. Can I even go there? Apparently I can't just yet because there's nothing over there. Well... I am sure we shall be able to go after a little rest. Please go on ahead. Seems like we have used up too much energy. We will head out after we have recovered. Yeah, all the DORUs. Do you have anything changed? I've heard that food cooked with love tastes much more delicious. Delicious food makes me stronger. Makes me wonder what exactly love is. I'm not quite sure. To be honest, it's something I want to find out. Maybe we can figure it out the more we eat delicious food. I know just the place. It's been a long time since I've been visited Meramon. We had some pretty good finds, don't you think so? But I am kinda getting hungry. How about we stop for a bit and rest a while? Giving up already? Come on, we gotta break our limits. Oh, you're challenging me? Alright, I bet I can sweep the whole enemy scene with a single attack. Just you watch. And with the stats that I've given you all, I would be potentially saying, yeah, it counts. Do you realize how in sync we are recently? When I went boom, as you say, to go yeah and bam, that was pretty sick. We sure do. But it's only that way because I am confident in your abilities. Oh, I can't go wham and you go zoom if I don't keep myself in the front line? Got it? I will roam in the way of the enemies so you can bam the opponent. Well, that is quite silly. So, regardless of everything else, apparently I still have to continue. But I'm not really sure if I'm already at the end. The stuff goes... It continues a bunch.
You have done well.
You!
You were manipulating Plutomon. You were manipulating Junimon. Are you Chronomon's will? Actually, good question. He manipulated everyone, pretty much. We already know that. But this is an exciting one, because that is an assumption. And it may be potentially that. So, are you Chronomon's will?
My alter ego hatched from the egg.
Alter ego?
You have finally opened the cover of the clock. This body bound by the laws of time will finally be free at long last. I have been waiting for this moment, but I am still but a cog in the machine. Regardless of my own will, I will eliminate any intruders into the Akashic Records. That is the curse that binds me. Now, lay me to rest and then take my place. If you do not, you will rot here in obscurity. A punishment for tampering with the laws of time. Fight me, my alter ego. Grant me true freedom at last.
What just happened? So that's Chronomon, the one who created Agumon. It looked like he was released from his seal. He must have helped open the cover of the clock. But now that the world is in this mess, we have to fight. There's no way out of this without settling things. The future won't come if we stand still. Time has to move forward.
I've been in a daze ever since I woke up, but my head's finally clearing. It was kind of faint, but I saw you and Agent fighting. You became one. I wasn't dreaming, was I?
No, you weren't. Agent and I are... well... Does it come as a shock?
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what to say. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it doesn't make sense if you don't know the full context, so...
I don't know what comes next either. But... I'm going to keep that promise I made. No matter what. No matter how crazy the world gets. I'll be right there with you, Inori. I need to get there. It's my only hope of fixing this messed up world. But first, we need to cross over to the other side. How are we gonna do that?
What? What in the world is going on?
Hey, look!
Don't! Hello?
Oh, it's you. Just when I was starting to think things couldn't get any worse.
Wait, I am worse? Also, wait a second, is this your Digimon? If that is the case, were you double-crossing yourself or the Digimon, or pretty much, is it a triple or even quadruple crossing? Don't say Quint.
The weapon went berserk and I was thrown out of the cockpit. Didn't think I'd be saved by a Digimon, though.
Okay, it's pretty much the other way around. So, I would be saying, I hope that way it is going to make you actually realize that you are doing bullshit.
This human was in grave danger. I'm not super confident in treating humans, but I'm glad I made it in time.
Damn. Why are you being so nice to me? It's almost like we were wrong about Digimon all along.
No shit, Sherlock!
Oh, it's you, the weapon.
Oh god damn it, it's pretty much the same text again. Nothing over in here. Yeah, pretty much nothing else over there, so... I thought I was trapped on the building rubble. How would I get here all of a sudden? Do you know me? You want me to carry you over there just like before? What do you mean like before? I would be potentially saying it is not what happened before, but yeah, it was in a different timeline over in here. Like, it happened in our first timeline, but since we went back in time and then forward, it is pretty much a different timeline, even though the Digimon is still over in here. So it is not the same timeline that we got over, so I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Oops, sorry, it came out ruder than I intended. At any rate, the moment I saw you, I felt a strange sense of duty. Maybe that's why I'm here? Fine, I suppose I'll give it a shot. Are you ready to fly? Yeah. Okay, hang on tight. Oh, this isn't working. And I get the feeling this isn't the first time. I'm going to rest here for a while longer. Good luck to you. So yeah, this is going to be something. And still no anything. Seb, open sesame.
You came.
I suppose I owe you for your assistance. I shall repay you now. Come, closer.
Beforehand, there are things. Also there's something. I mean, it's a little bit of not much, but still. Also, she's saying a whole bunch of stuff is going on over there, so not much of a good thing. Another one. HP. Okay, in regards of stuff, I can still go over there, but this time I'll bring it over to, wait a second, HP. Who has the leads? Can't give it to him, but in regards of stuff, even though it is quite much in here, have it there, thanks. Talent is pretty much one less. Well... What do you mean? Ah, yeah. I'm able to go back through here. There's a whole bunch. Not there. Digimon. Your next bound, pretty much immediate, so this is going to be something, alright. You made it. Please, come on in. That is that, so... You're here. Oh, you seem to be facing quite the hardships lately. Well, it looks like it's finally come to this at last. The area around Akashic Records is a complex place where time and space collide after all. The natural order of this world has begun to break down. Are you the ones behind all of this? Can't you do something about it? I would be saying... yes, a question. I'm not sure if they're behind this, but pretty much they are... at least for something, like one for one worlds and whatnot. So, first one. Yes, I suppose so. It's all rather troublesome, yes? In any case, it seems you've had some difficulties, so we've decided to grant you a favor. We've made it so you can go to any time and place that you've visited before. Okay, now I'm able to do that. You are now free to travel between any time and place you've set foot in. Isn't that wonderful? It's pretty much double over in here. Didn't you say that one the sentence before? As they say, seeing is believing. It's perfectly safe, so go ahead, give it a try. I can tend to unfinished business now. There are places I want to see again. This can be my escape from reality. I would be saying actually the first one. Go forth and finish whatever troublesome tasks you've left incomplete to this point. You don't want to have any regrets. There's a lot depending on you after all. Do what you must so as not to have any regrets and prepare for the final battle. So it is actually incoming. Now then, I leave it to you. As per the host's orders, you can now travel to eras and areas you've already visited. You should be able to do so once you exit this theater. I recommend you test it out. You can now jump between different points in time. Access the in-between theaters, exit, and select a time and location to jump to. You can also return to the present. Use this feature to help complete side quests that you have yet to finish.